Alright guys, here is a video for worksheet 4, the 5-number summary. Okay? So this is very, very simple. We did almost all of our homework in class. You guys are doing a great job with this because you've seen it before. The 5-number summary, all it is finding the minimum, the quartile 1, the medium, the quartile 3, and the maximum value. Now quartile 1 and quartile 3, think about quarters. 1 quarter is 25%. This is 25% of my data. The medium is the middle. So if you have $1, the middle would be 50%, right? 50% right in the middle. And 3/4 is 75% of the data. You must put that in your mind so you know when I talk about percentages as well, okay? Okay, so if they started nicely. They already put this data in order for you, so it's easy to find the 5-number summary. The rule of 5-number summary is put the data in order from lowest to highest, okay? Please always do that. Put the data in order from lowest to highest. They started nice for you. The second one is even nice. It is it's not in order. Yeah, it is. 18, 20. Yeah, it is in order for you. But then Elvira and Bob is not in order, the next two. So you must put it in order. Okay? So I'm just going to do one, and then we're going to move on to Elvira and Bob's test score. So I like to first of all, see how many numbers I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to count this as my lower 7 and my, maybe I'll use green, my top 7. My top 7. Okay? So I have my lower 7 and I have my top 7. That is how I divided the data right in the middle. So it looks like we don't have a distinct median. So I have to find it myself. 12 plus 15 divided by 2. That's 27 divided by 2, which is 13.5. Okay? Right? Am I doing that right? 27 divided by 2, 13.5. So the medium is 13.5. Now, the smallest value is the minimum, which is 5. The highest value is the 32, right here. So that was easy. The middle, the lowest, and the highest was the easy to find. Now, the medium, the quartile 1, is the middle of the bottom half. So I had 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There is the middle. It's my quartile 1. So that would be a 7. And then the middle of the top half, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That would be 21 is my quartile 3. So the middle of the bottom half is my quartile 1. The middle of the top half is my quartile 3. So quartile 1 is the median of the bottom half, and quartile 3 is the median of the top half. Okay? You're going to do the same exact thing on number 2. Find the mean, find the 5-number summary. Now let's focus on Elvira because that's the one I want to talk about with you. Now Elvira's test score, we have to first put it in order, and then we can go ahead and talk about the 5-number summary. So let's put it in order to make sure you do it right. And here we go. Looks like the lowest number I see is an 85. Yeah, I see an 85 once, twice, 3 times. So let me write 85, 85, and 85. Is there any more 85s? Nope. And then looks like we have 86 right there. So 86. Is there any more 86s? There we go. And then it looks like 87. We have 1, 2, 3, 87. Oh, I missed the 84. So let's go back and put an 84 right here. Okay, 84. And then it looks like, oh, there's another 84. There we go, another 84. So 84s, 2 84s, and then you had 380. I had 3 85s, okay? And then 1 86. And then it looks like we have 3 87s. 87, 87, and 87. Let me cross them out. 1, 2, 3. And the last one is a 90. So it does help to carefully go over, back and forth. And here we go. So 2 84s, 3 85s, 1 86, and 3 87s, and a 90. That is in order. Now I can go ahead and find Elvira's minimum, quartile 1, quartile median, quartile 3, and max. But I want to do it right here on this separate piece of paper, okay? So, because I don't have room there, I want to do it right here. So, the minimum is a 84, and it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 86 right there. I have the bottom half, and I have the top half of Elvira's scores. So between 85 and 86, the median would be 85.5. And then we look at quartile 1, which is the middle of the bottom half. It would be 85. And then we look at quartile 3, which is the middle of the top half. That would be 87. And the maximum score for Elvira was a 90. And there we go. That's Elvira's 5-number summary. Remember Elvira's average? If you look back a little bit, Elvira's average was 86. If you flip back a couple pages back, remember her standard deviation was 1.76, something like that? It is so good to see that, guys. This whole unit is about, making connection with the numbers. Look what her median is, 85.5. And her mean is a 86. So close to each other, okay? All right. Now let's organize Bob's. Hopefully I'm not going to miss any number. I noticed that Bob's lowest score was a 45. So 45. Is there anything less than a 45? And then comes a 53. 53. And then after 53, he got a 60. Okay, there's a 60. And then after 60, it looks like he has a 71. 71, and then he got a 75, 75, and is there anything else better? And then it looks like he got an 80, and then it looks like he got a 290s, two 90s, one right here and one right here, and then he got a 97, and then he got a 99. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's the bottom 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's the top 5 for Bob. Okay? So we organize from lowest to highest. And I'm going to pull this other piece of paper here again. Okay? And let's go ahead and find Bob's 5-number summary. The lowest was a 45. The highest was a 99. Huge range, right? And then the middle is between 75 and 88. So if you add them, you get 77.5. The medium, or the middle of the bottom half, is 60. And the middle of the top half here is 90. So my quartile 1 is 60. That's the bottom, quartile 1, the first quarter. And 90 is your quartile 3. So look at how spread out his values are. So far away from each other, okay? His minimum and his quartile 1, so far away. So I'm assuming his box and whisker plot is going to be more spread out, and I'm assuming hers is going to be closer, a smaller box, okay? So they're asking us to draw a box and whisker plot here and compare it. I don't like those grid. I don't like that grid. I like to have a blank page right there to draw it. So let me zoom out. So I took the liberty to make my own, okay, and I went by 5s, and I want to go ahead and start with Elvira's. Now, I'm going to do Elvira's in green, and Elvira's box and whisker plot, the minimum is a 84. Here's an 80, okay, let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so there you go. Here's an 80. Her minimum is a 84, so it's barely below the 85. I'm going to put just one little dot right there for 80, barely below. But then her quartile 1 is already 85, so it's right there already. And then her median is almost on the top of her quartile 1. I'm going to make a line right so close to it. And then her quartile 3 is 87, which is barely a little bit past. And then her maximum is a 90, right there. If I connect this box, her median and her quartile 1 is so close to each other, should be almost the same line. And her maximum is a 90, and her minimum is a 84. That's how tiny her box and whisker plot looks like, because the numbers are so close together, all between 85 and 90. So you have a very, very small range to create your box and whisker plot. And this is Elvira's. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit. This is an old camera. And I'm going to do Bob's. Okay, and Bob's I'm going to do in red. Let's take a look at Bob's. His minimum is a 45. Here's 45. Let me put a 45 right there. His quartile one is 60. So much easier because they're so spread out. 60. His medium is a 77.5. So between 75 and 80, 77.5. There you go. And his quartile 3 is a 90 right here. There you go. And that is his box right there. And his maximum is a 99, almost to 100 right there. And there you go. There is Bob's box and whisker plot. And there is Elvira's. Okay? So as you can see, you can discuss now what is the shape of each of these, which one is more spread out. Okay? As you can see, Elvira's is so close together, her standard deviation was 1.76. I wonder what you got for Bob's standard deviation, but I'm pretty sure it should be around 17. Should be something really spread out, way bigger than Elvira's standard deviation. And you can compare shape, you can compare spread, you can compare the central tendency. The central tendency of Elvira's is to the 85-ish, 86, like her mean. And the central tendency of Bob's is more towards the 77, because that's about his average, was a 76. So that's the center of the central tendency of Bob's score. So you can discuss all that kind of stuff with knowing these numbers right here, the 5-number summary, the mean, and the standard deviation. You have enough to discuss about the spread of the data and how they are so different. Okay? So good luck. That is 6.4. The 5-number summary and a box and whisker plot. You can talk about the shape of Elvira's and Bob's just by drawing a little curve right above it. Let me see if I have a pink one here. Look at the shape of Bob's box and whisker plot. If I started from here and I'm creating a curve right when I get to the medium, I'm trying to switch the direction here. And look at that right here, okay? Yeah, that is kind of the curve for Bob's. Look at the curve for Elvira, okay? It looks a little bit smaller, of course, but it looks like you have a little bit more to the right in Elvira. It is not normally distributed because her median and her quartile 1 was almost on the top of each other there. And here for Bob is a little bit more spread out, so you can draw a bigger curve and you can try to figure out the spread of his data, okay, the distribution of his data. It looks like you have more over here on the left before I get to my mound, and then I switch and then I get to the maximum here. So it looks like he has more on the left than he has on the right, and she has more on the right than she does have on the left. So I'll let you discuss that and finish your 5-number summary and box and whisker plot. There's lots of practice like that in your worksheet 4. Good luck. You guys are the best.